ambitious one, do you truly place your faith in the phantom of loyalty? If you do, you have already signed the warrant for your own ruin, and you walk toward the precipice with eyes wide with innocence. The naked truth is this: men are, by their very nature, ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, and covetous. As long as success shines upon you, they are yours entirely. They offer you their blood, their property, and even the lives of their children when the need is far distant. But the moment adversity strikes, they are the first to turn and drive a fatal blade into your back. Do you strive to be a good man in all things? Then heed my warning. He who wants to be a good man in all circumstances will soon collapse among those who are not kind. Cruelty at the right time is the highest mercy. This is not the teaching of a monster, but the observation of a realist. How many have lost their states and their lives because they preferred the reputation of being good over the necessity of being feared? Look upon the shadow of Caesar Borgia, whom the common tongue calls cruel. Yet it was through his calculated severity that the Romagna was reconciled, unified, and restored to a peace and loyalty it had never known under kinder lords. Those who, through excessive mercy, allowed disorders to flourish, inviting murder and robbery, wound the entire community, whereas the prince who executes justice with a cold hand offends only the individual. The world you inhabit does not reward the saint, it feeds upon him. In the halls of power, blind honesty is nothing more than a pavement, a smooth stone laid down for the boots of the more ambitious to walk upon as they climb toward their own glory. To walk without a mask is to invite the wolf, and to strike without hesitation is to ensure that you, and not your enemies, shall dictate the terms of your survival.
Observe, ambitious one, the two masks that dominion must wear if it is to endure the winter of conspiracy and the storm of war. Power is a coin with two faces, the lion and the fox. The lion represents the son of authority, commanding the stage with overwhelming might and a regal presence that strikes terror into the hearts of the common sort. Yet for all his thundering majesty, the lion is a fool before the hidden thread. He possesses no eyes for the subtle snare or the pit dug in silence, walking into ruin because he believes his roar can shatter iron. Conversely, the fox rules the shadows, weaving through the dark with a wisdom that perceives the trap long before the iron jaws snap. The fox understands that most power is not taken by force, but by the careful manipulation of perception and the silent observation of an opponent's greed. But wisdom is a hollow shield when the wolves gather in hunger. The fox lacks the teeth to tear the throat of a direct challenger, and is easily crushed by those who have discarded the rules of the game for the law of the blade. Heed the oracle of strategy. A lion cannot defend himself against snares, and the fox cannot defend himself against wolves. Therefore, it is necessary to be a fox to discover the snares, and a lion to terrify the wolves. To rely solely on the lion's strength is a shortcut to betrayal, for strength without strategy is nothing more than a magnificent suicide. To rely solely on the fox's cunning is to invite being stifled by the first brute who decides that your words are worth less than his steel. Look upon the ghost of Fra Girolamo Savonarola, that unarmed prophet, who thought to rule the Florentine spirit through the purity of his vision alone. He was a fox who could sense the corruption of the age, but because he lacked the lion's claws, the armed force to sustain his laws. He was ruined the moment the fickle multitude ceased to believe his words. He was burned in the very square where he once commanded the stars, a testament to the fact that a prophet without a sword is merely a victim in waiting. This bipolarity of the soul is not a choice for the virtuous. It is a mandatory tax for survival. You must learn to shift your skin from the heavy hide of the predator to the sleek fur of the trickster, as the spirit of the times demands. If you remain one or the other, you are a fragment of a man, and the world, which feeds upon the incomplete, will eventually find the gap in your armor and drive its dagger home.
Imagine yourself, ambitious one, not as a mere participant in the chaos of the world, but as the director of shadows. To rule the light, one must first master the dark. You must understand that the common sort judge entirely by the eye and by the result. They see only what you appear to be, while the few who might sense the truth dare not oppose the majesty of your success. Therefore, you need not possess every virtue, for the burden of true goodness in a wicked world is a stone that will surely drown you. Instead, you must be a supreme architect of perception, appearing merciful, faithful, humane, and above all religious. Study the path of Ferdinand of Aragon, the most illustrious prince of our age. He never ceased to rave of peace and faith, yet had he truly observed either, he would have lost his reputation and his state 1,000 times over. He used the cloak of religion as a holy shield to perform pious cruelty, expelling the Moors and invading foreign lands under a banner of sanctity to hide a heart of pure expansion. He did not wait for fortune to grant him a kingdom. He sculpted it from the clay of his own calculated pretenses. Put no faith in the hollow echoes of oaths or the fickle promises of brothers. Men are governed by the stomach and the purse, not the heart. Heed this cold truth. Men forget the death of a father more quickly than the loss of their patrimony. If you seek to bind a man to you, do not appeal to his gratitude, which is a weight he will seek to cast off, but to his interest. When you hold the keys to his prosperity or the blade over his survival, you possess his soul more surely than any priest. The world is a grand chessboard, and you must decide, are you a piece to be moved by the whims of others, or are you the hand that directs the game from the darkness? Will you be ground into the dirt by the wheel of history, or will you be the one to seize the rim and turn it? Fortune is a woman, and she reserves her favors for the bold, the young, and the audacious, who dare to beat her into submission and command her to do their bidding. Desire not to be loved by the world, but to own it.
Now, ambitious one, strip away the pretenses of your daily life and look into the mirror of your own soul. In the silent wars you wage every hour within the courts of your own influence, which nature do you truly inhabit? Do you stand in the open, bearing the teeth of the lion only to stumble into a pit dug by those you thought beneath you? Or do you remain forever hidden in the fox's burrow, trembling at the howl of the wolves because you lack the iron to stand and strike? If you are only one, you are merely waiting for the season of your own destruction. For the world is a cold master that does not pardon the incomplete. Cease your prayers to the heavens for a change in luck, for fortune does not favor the idle who wait at her doorstep. Heed this, fortune is a woman, and if you wish to keep her under it, it is necessary to beat and ill-use her. She is a fickle goddess who reserves her smiles for the young, the audacious, and the violent who dare to command her, while she turns her back upon the cautious who approach her with a trembling hand.
If you wish to rule your circumstances, you must first resolve to seize them by the throat and bend them to your will before they collapse upon you. Step out from the shadows of your hesitation and perform a practical test of your resolve. Observe those who surround you with the cold eye of the fox. Perceive the hidden daggers behind their practiced smiles and hear the unspoken greed in their hollow compliments. When the first crack appears in the wall of their loyalty, do not wait for the stone to fall upon you. Strike with the lion's finality, for to forgive a betrayal is merely to invite a second blow. You must learn to read the silences of men more clearly than their words, for the trap is never advertised. It is woven in the quiet moments of your own overconfidence. Do not settle for being merely a man, for men are but prey for the wolves of history. You must become a chimera, a hybrid of majesty and malice, of strength and strategy. Walk through the world with a mask of virtue so flawless that your enemies feel safe until the moment it is too late for them to flee. This is the path to the summit. It is a road paved with the bones of the naive, but lit by the eternal fire of those who dare to be dangerous. The choice lies before you now, cold and absolute. Will you claim your glory, or will you sink into the nameless dust of ruin?